Hello folks, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about BRaw. Finally, it's here in the Lumix S5IIX as I predicted in my previous video that you can go watch at the end of this video. The S5IIX has came out and it's amazing as it sounded for me at least, and already pre-ordered it the day after it came out, so I'll receive mine next month. So I have only 1 month to wait still long, but hey, what can I do? Those are the timings when you live in Europe. In this video I will talk specifically about the BRaw in the S5IIX, and in the next video that will come out hopefully next week, I will talk about what did the S5IIX improved over the S5II. So consider subscribing so you will get to see the video. So the BRaw is not coming only in the S5IIX. It's gonna come in the S5II in June basically. So the 13th of June you're gonna receive a firmware update if you own the S5II. So hey, there is a lot of love there. You will basically pay 200 euros, I believe, no, dollars, $200, and in euros, I think it was 300 euros. So the BRaw is gonna be basically a 6K, like the S5, the original S5, but it's gonna be a little bit different. I have to say that it's gonna be better. First of all, it's 5.9 BRaw. 6K basically. To have access to the BRaw, you have to own a Blackmagic Video Assist 12G, so or the 5-inch that I own or the 7-inch that I don't own. It's too big for me. And of course you can basically record in all SSD drives that you want, and that's amazing. I love it, I have it, I use it often actually. So I'm pretty pumped that they actually decided to release it in the S5IIX. So what is different in this BRaw to the original S5 BRaw? Because there are some difference there. Now you have highlights recovery activated, and that's amazing. And according to General Andan's video that he did on the review of the BRaw files from the S5IIX, you gain one more stop when you use the highlight recovery. Of course, if you're recording outside or in places where you actually need to use it, because it's not like you can use it everywhere where there is like you know, like it's like super dark and then okay, I can use highlight recovery. No, that doesn't make sense. It's only for when you are in bright environments. That gives you one more stop, and that's pretty amazing. And one thing that still, according to General Andan, that no matter what type of codec you use, and no matter what type of flat codec you use, so ProRes you use, now we're going to be able to have OI. And if you use BRaw and you use the normal Vlog, basically, because Vlog is going to be the flat profile that you have in all of them, but basically the encoding difference between OI, ProRes, and the BRaw, you actually don't have any different of dynamic range. So the number of dynamic range that you have when you're shooting in ProRes, when you're shooting in normal Vlog, so when you're using H.265 or you're using H.264, you're gonna have the same dynamic range, which is amazing. Nobody understands how it's that possible, because you should actually have more, let's say, like more dynamic range when you're shooting in RAW or stuff like that. But apparently that's not going to be the case here, which is amazing. And it's going to be mostly about workflow. So ProRes, BRaw are just going to be for workflow. So if you're on a Windows, you would just go straight with BRaw if you edit in DaVinci Resolve, or with the normal standard H.265 or H.264 formats. If you are on an Apple, on a Mac like I am now, I will go mostly with ProRes and BRaw because DaVinci Resolve is optimized for Mac and the new M1 and M2 chips. So yeah, that's pretty amazing and that's pretty good that Lumix managed to do that. I don't know how, but you did a great job there. But it's not all beautiful because there is still one problem that annoys me so much that we still have, which is the HDMI latency. When you connect the camera to an HDMI, there is a latency, like a really annoying latency there that it keeps. Of course, like when you're recording and they're passing through the HDMI to the monitor, there is a latency there, and it's pretty feasible. So if you're doing manual focusing, you have to pay really attention there, and yeah. So that's still an issue, but the way to solve it is to basically just record externally and put the basically mute the mic, which is a bummer because if you're already external recording and then you're just using the internal microphones to just like, you know, so you can just sync it so easily. In this case, you would just have to do like maybe at the beginning you clap or you do some motion that it creates noise, so that when in post, well, no, you can't even do that because yeah, there is no mic. What the heck am I saying? You can create a motion with your hand, or like you clap like this, you create a peak, so you know that okay, I was clapping in this scene, there is the peak in the sound there. Yeah, that's the point to sync, and that's the easiest way to sync it manually. But it's a bummer. I hope they will fix it. And yeah, so this is pretty much what I had to say about the BRaw now, and the implementation they have made are pretty nice. And I hope though that they kind of managed to do a BRaw internal where we can just record, since we have the SSD now anyway, why they just don't allow you to record in BRaw internally to the SSD. That could be a nice firmware update. And then I heard someone actually wishing for this, but we have anyway 4K 60 cropped. It would be nice to have 4K 120 cropped. That's a wish that Penny, like Lumix, you could deliver us some 4K 120 cropped. Maybe, why not? With like, you know, compressed, like even in long GOP is fine, like long up, it's okay. I mean, why not? But hey, thank you for sticking here if you have been here until the end. I'm really sorry. I actually have a little fever. I have like 37 now of fever. I've been sick for a while now, and I've been working like crazy too because I'm working on a project. And you can hear from my voice that my voice is not well. But hey, we had to keep this algorithm going, and it's nice to talk about at least these interesting things. So I put together something really quick and just wanted to talk to you guys. So share with me your thoughts down below, and let's just talk a little bit. Hope you're doing well, and hope that everything is good for you in your life. I'm gonna see you in the next one.